Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking at removing a card from a screw down holder. And the reason why we're doing this video is because Sterling Sharpe made the Hall of Fame. Kind of random for me. It was unexpected. I've been a Sterling Sharpe fan for 25 years at least, and had never thought that he would make the Hall of Fame. We were always kind of disappointed, too bad he got hurt. He's never, he would have made the Hall of Fame for sure. He's just unstoppable as a wide receiver. But he made it. So it's a good time to do this because I got into the hobby in 1989 as a really little kid. And some of my first cards were 89 Pro Set football cards, 89 Score. I didn't have a ton, but I did have some. And that was kind of my first entry to the sports card hobby. And so obviously I had the 89 Topps Sterling Sharpe rookie card. But I also had the 89 Pro Set Sterling Sharpe rookie card. And so as a kid, this would have been one of my best cards, one of my favorite cards, just getting in the hobby. I didn't have a ton of cards, and I was fortunate enough to have a Sterling Sharpe rookie card. So it was one of my better cards. And in those days, there was no slabs, there was no grading, there was nothing like that. Your best cards, let's say you had a 86 Fleer Michael Jordan or a 52 Topps Mantle, you would put it in a Screwdown. If you had a Hank Aaron rookie card or anything like that, it would go in a Screwdown holder. And the same way at the card stores, the best cards would always be in Screwdown holders. And so as a kid, you'd want to put your best cards in a Screwdown holder as well. And so that's what I did. I didn't have a lot of Screwdown holders. I had like 2 or 3. But this was one of them that made the Screwdown holder. And after 25 years, I'm going to take it out because it's outlived its usefulness. They're scratched up. I don't really find it convenient. The size and the screws. This one's a little bit actually cracked down to here at the bottom here, and they bounce around. I don't really feel like it's protecting it because there's no, penny sleeve around it. It protects it from being, bent for sure, but I don't feel like it's protecting the card anyway. It's not that expensive of a card, but I would like to have it in a top loader and a penny sleeve now. And finally going to get around to removing it. But this has been through, I've flown with my cards, and when I did that, my cards were set aside by TSA to get looked at when it went through the X-ray. So they saw something. Well, what it was is they saw these screws, and so they had to go through all my cards. And it's kind of funny because the TSA lady was like, "Oh, those are some nice cards." It was probably interesting for the TSA person to look through all of my cards, but yeah, it's time, and I thought it's appropriate considering Sterling Sharpe made the Hall of Fame, which obviously none of us really expected. We just thought, oh, he's just too bad he got hurt. Had that terrible neck injury, wasn't able to, finish out his Hall of Fame career. Well, he's in, and of course, there are actually only 2 Green Bay Packer wide receivers in the Hall of Fame. If you're not, counting Don Hudson, who was an end, the only 2 wide receivers well, the only one before was James Lofton, and this is the famous Nike card, which you've probably seen Michael Jordan, and this is the James Lofton version of that Nike promo. But yeah, now Sterling Sharpe makes the second wide receiver for the Packers in the Hall of Fame. And it was always interesting watching Sterling Sharpe because no one really could stop him. Deion Sanders would tell you this. He played against the best wide receivers, really. Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Andrew Rison. But he said that Sterling Sharpe was just impossible. You couldn't stop him. He was just too big, too fast, too strong, and unstoppable. And too bad he did have the injury, because he would have had a long, great career. But still dominant enough to make the Hall of Fame. And let's take a look at opening this Screwdown case and removing this card. So we'll see how this works. I'm just going to hold the back here and unscrew it. First screw is out. This would, the thing about these screw downs too, it just seems like with these screws, you're scraping against other things, scratching other cases. And this screw down case obviously got all scratched up from other things as well. You can see there's a crack or something. I think if you tighten it too much, it might crack. The plastic isn't super strong, but that's what we did. I actually went to Hobby Lobby not too long ago and was very shocked to see that they were still selling screw down holders. That is definitely not a thing anymore. Can't believe they even would sell them. A lot of the people that had cards in the 80s and were big collectors and had them in had their best cards and screw downs would submit their cards to grading, and come to find out that their screw down holder was damaging their card. Now let's see. All the screws are out. Now it's just a matter of opening this thing up. Okay. It was a little bit you can see all the scratches on this thing. Over time, it gets all scratched up. Just gonna take the card out. Here is the back side, all scratched up, cracked on the bottom there. I'm gonna put it in penny sleeve. And a top loader. If this was a huge card, it's not, but although it has gone up in value since he made the Hall of Fame, but it's not a huge card. If it was a Jordan 86 Fleer or something like that, and I tried to send it in for grading, they might say it was pressed, or I don't know what the wording is. Sometimes they'll say they can't grade it for some reason because it was in a Screwdown. Kind of interesting. But there it is. Now I have both my Sterling Sharpe rookie cards in nice top loaders. Easy for me to store them. They're not going to scrape up their cases or anything. I can go through TSA security without a problem. I'd like to add the 89 score supplemental. I had that in my watch list at ComC, but just never picked it up, and now it's going to be a little more pricey. But that's okay, because really glad to see Sterling Sharpe make it into the Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching. For more videos, check out my channel.